Hi there, my name is Tyler Jeffcoat with Seller Accountant, and today I want to talk to you about what makes e-commerce accounting difficult, challenging, kind of a pain relative to kind of your normal bookkeeping or normal financial reporting. And there are lots of reasons for this, to be honest with you, but I want to mention 5 of them to you today in this quick video, and I'm going to dive right in. So the first one is sales tax. So obviously, if you're selling from your local mom and pop shop down the street, you're going to deal with one state as your jurisdiction for where you sell those units to the person that walks in your front door and buys the goods. With an Amazon business or other e-commerce business, sales tax gets very complicated and overwhelming really quickly. That makes it to where this kind of accounting is a little bit tricky. A second reason is inventory management and the long cash cycle associated with inventory management are just kind of the deep end of the pool when it comes to complexity in accounting. It's not as simple as, oh, something comes through the bank feed, I expense it. There's a lot of additional complexity or sophistication that needs to go into managing your inventory well, making sure that you know where your units are, knowing when you need to pay your payments so you don't run out of cash, and then making sure you have the units available to actually sell. And there's a big time gap in that cycle. That makes e-commerce accounting kind of a pain, to be honest with you. Third reason is Amazon, especially for Amazon sellers, these Amazon fees are a gigantic percentage of the average profit and loss statement for our clients here at Seller Accountant. And so because Amazon is such a critical business partner, it means that margins are compressed and we don't have a lot of room for error. We can't afford to wing it and maybe get it wrong in terms of how we price our products or in terms of how much cash we set aside for advertising or other expenses. We really have to nail down our accounting. And so we can't afford to kind of do halfway accounting. We actually need to have full kind of investor grade accrual books so that we can answer really important, simple questions like, did I make money last month or last year? And so because of how critical Amazon fees are, it just makes e-commerce accounting more critical, and you can't do it halfway. Number 4, there's a lot of transactions. So a successful 7-figure e-commerce focused business has thousands of transactions per month. Well, if you handle the accounting in a way that actually buzzes each of those transactions into your, say, QuickBooks system or Xero system, you will generally destroy that QuickBooks system. It's not designed to have a database with thousands of customers in it and lots of transaction volume. And so a thing that makes e-commerce accounting kind of weird is, okay, we want the information. We want to make sure that the transactions are split correctly. But we can't get away with dumping everything in our accounting system, or we're going to, kind of make it to where that accounting system gets bogged down and we can't open our reports like we want to. And so just high volumes of data make e-commerce accounting a little bit more challenging than other industries. And then finally, the one I'll mention is returns. I want to mention refunds in particular because when you have an item refunded and maybe you're having Amazon grade those refunds for you in an FBA center, or they're coming back to your native warehouse where your team is grading them, the management of the fees associated with refunds, making sure that the right items get put back in stock for resale versus the ones that need to be destroyed. Refunds create a significant headache for a lot of larger sellers, because Amazon will misgrade your units and send cruddy used product to a new client and get you a bad review. That stinks. But even if you're doing it yourself, how do you do the numbers and accounting and expenses? When do you write off a unit? When don't you? It just kind of creates some accounting headaches. And so those are the 5 I wanted to mention: sales tax, inventory management, Amazon fees, the high data volume or transaction volume, and then the complexity related to refunds and returns. There are a lot of other things that make e-commerce accounting kind of its own animal, kind of its own beast. But those are the 5 I want to mention to you today. Seller Accountant does this. So if there's confusion and you want to hire a firm that can make this accounting and bookkeeping an easy button for you, I'd love to have you reach out to my team, and we'd be very much thrilled to serve you. Take care.